and welcome to the show. We are here today on Forza Motorsport with some more multiplayer racing and taking the sort of tyre wear to the extreme. So for this session, we were going to be running vehicles. They had to run on race tyres. The tyre wear would be at 10 times and you would have to make a pit stop. To be honest, the chances are, even if you'd somehow built, you would be struggling to make the race distance on hards with the most conservative of cars and driving. But yeah, this was going to be a battle not only of sort of car speed, but tyre strategy was likely to play a fairly big part. And I opted to build a Toyota MR2, a very, very fast Toyota MR2. For our first race, we have come... I've got no game sound. All of my game sound has gone. Well, that's fun. For first race, I can't hear it. My TV's had issues. We are, regardless of that, wonderful start for me here. We're at Kyalami. I've got my MR2, and it is a wonderful spot on the grid here. I cannot complain whatsoever about this. The MR2 is all acceleration. It's not the best handling of cars, this one. That much I am aware of. The goal is that we can out-accelerate stuff. The hope is it's kind of light enough that it might not shred its tyres completely, but I don't know. I don't know on that one, particularly. Kyalami's a track that it'll probably work on quite well. There's some longer straights here, and I'm hoping we can kind of defend in the corners. But tyre strategy is going to play a big role here in this race. What people are able to do and what people are able to get away with in terms of their tyres, I do not know quite yet. I'm starting on mediums. Now, what I go to finish the race, I am not sure. It is going to be a game of how much does this car kill its medium tyres? Will it be possible to run softs at the end? Can we make the mediums run long enough to go to softs? Or will we just go mediums and mediums? It's possibly better off to run mediums if the softs are going to die, because once the tyres start dying, you lose a lot. You're going to lose huge amounts of time. So yeah, it will be better to run mediums and mediums if you don't think, oh, that's too big a dive. I wanted to try something, possibly shouldn't have tried it there. Longbow's a little bit wide on the exit. I was asking a little bit too much of the MR2, but I'm imagining most cars are running on mediums to start with. You may, with a random grid, it would be difficult to gamble on softs and hope you can get some clean air early on, but someone might try it. If you reckon your car's on low tyre wear, 20% a lap on these. Oh yeah, we're not going. In fact, we're definitely not going to be looking at running softs with this. We are going to be running medium. I'm already looking at that. By the end of lap 3, we are going to be looking at about 60% tyre wear, and that's when the tyres, you start losing some pace. Around sort of 55-60%, you're starting to lose pace. I don't want to try and stretch it any further than that. It's just not going to be viable, particularly. So that's going to be, I think, the way for us to go. Unfortunately, Longbow has just managed to edge away up at front. We have got Shadow behind us. I don't know. I might be in the wrong gear at some point. The lack of game sound is making this quite difficult. But yeah, we've got Shadow behind in a Cortina that is, I think, faster than me, even accelerating faster than me in a straight line. But it is probably a bit more of a handful in the corners. We have got a little bit more straight line speed than Longbow's car, but Longbow has got a little bit more grip than us. We will accelerate away. Rusky's caught up with the Falcon, and there's a bit of a gap back from fourth. So we have got, say, a relative bit of say. We are quick through there, though. We have got good composure in a couple of corners. Now that Tipo, I mean, I love it. It's a great little thing, the bathtub, but they're not always the easiest of things to drive. So I'm not sure it's the most compliant of cars. We are a little bit braver over the curbs there. Has Longbow started getting hurting tyres? Difficult to tell. I think someone's dove in the pits. Rusky is in the pits. Now, there's a mandatory pit stop, so even if you've got a car that's soft on its tyres, it's very delicate. You're not going to be able to, you're not allowed to do the whole thing in one go. I reckon Rusky might have started on softs and is going for either mediums or hards to finish. Longbow's not had a great end to this lap. That car was quick in the first part of the lap, but we have caught up now, which makes me think maybe Longbow is starting to struggle here. Can we look for a way past on this lap? I mean, do I want second gear? Probably yes. Can we look for a way past? We don't want to get held up by Longbow, if at all possible here, if Longbow is starting to struggle. I mean, it's good news, because we're getting to the halfway stage of the race here, and we're going to kick the back end out sideways. That's not going to help my already ailing tyres. Let's go with that. Let's go with that one. We are all over the back of the birdcage. Shadow has just got the watching brief. Shadow's got the watching brief back there, is waiting to pick up any opportunity that might fall their way. I mean, I'd like to pass Longbow before. I wonder, though, even if we do get past Longbow, is that car going to be quicker on fresh tyres? I think we might save our tyres a bit better than the Maserati, but I think it's a little faster car when the tyres are brand new. Well, maybe missed a shift there a little bit. Could not find a way past at that particular juncture. This corner, where we made a lot of time up last time. I don't know whether I was just being braver or whether Longbow's car is really struggling here. Shadows is also struggling. Longbow defends this time around. Wary that I am wanting to find a way past down at that section. Not quite able to do it. And now... Tyre strategy wise, I think we're going to see a lot of cars come in here. I mean, it's the halfway point of the race, and a lot of us here are on poorly tyres. Can we? I don't know what the game is going to do when we dive into the pits. I can get some volume up, thankfully. Right, I can hear what's going on. Don't want to refuel. It's going to come out very close. Now, some that have started on hards will still keep going. They might keep going for another lap and try some softs at the end. Rusky, where Rusky is going to feed out in all of this is a curious one. They probably, because I don't think we have lost out against Shadow somehow in all of that. Not quite sure how, but there we go. We are going to feed out in 11th place. Scotty is leading the way, hasn't pitted yet. Shadow there, the real victor in all of this. We've got to get the MR2's tyres back up to some sort of temperature. Don't let the Levorg through. There is Rusky. Okay, so Rusky has not leapfrogged any of us here at the moment, which is good news for us. Now, I'm hoping maybe that Longbow is going to get held up by a Cortina, and while that car is good, and then as the tyres die, we might be able to leapfrog them somehow. Or just get involved in the battle. They slow each other down. We know we've got great straight line speed. So yeah, you two fight each other. Let me catch up. I mean, I should maybe try and conserve my tyres, but I don't really do conserving tyres. So, have good tyres at the end if they fight each other. We're just hoping they burn the tyres. We're hoping they burn either they burn the tyres, or hoping that I just drive better. Like, that is the other thing. If I can just be better, it will be a case of will any of these cars running long try softs? Will any of the cars running long have the pace to go at the end with softs, have the tyre life at the end with softs? I don't know. Looks like Rusky is about to get some company from Hordes in a Mustang. Now, of course, the other thing that we are going to run into potentially, although these two, I think we're quite going to really get slowed down too much by the Evora. So you do get cars on slight different strategies going slowly. It looks like Shadow is almost going to get boxed in, not quite, is to the inside of the Evora. He's going to get turfed a little bit wide. We are going to dive under brakes into the final turn. Unfortunately, I think the Evora, with dying tyres at that point, is in trouble. Right, we are across the line and we're back as the lead three. Scotty's in the pits, is going to lose a bit of time and is going to come out in, I don't know, 6th or 7th place probably. It is now a case of, can any of us find a way past Shadow's Cortina? Can I find a way past Longbow? Will Hordes be able to catch up to us? I don't know. We have got a couple of laps to try and find out. Longbow's going to absolutely throw the Maserati to the inside. It's a brave pass. It's going to be slow on the exit, and the Cortina is mighty fast down these straights. Cortina is going to do it. The Cortina is going to take the lead of the race back again, and this is playing nicely into my hands. I'm going to hope that they're killing their tyres. I'm going to hope that they are pushing each other. Longbow knows they've got to get past. I think Longbow knows they might be vulnerable on the final lap of the race here. We are now very much involved in this one. Shadow to the inside. Going to have a look. Going to run out of space. And I'm going to say thank you very much to Longbow in that one. Shadow got squeezed. Ended up being stuck, being slow mid-corner. And that is all the invitation that I need to come and join the party here. I'm going to try and now defend from a Cortina. Oh, a little bit stuck up here. See, I've got good corner speed at time. I've got good corner speed in a couple of places. It's not the easiest to get the speed out of this car. Shadow wants to go and have a look down there, but I've got way more grip through this corner than the cars around me. So we are able to sweep around the outside. Longbow leads the way. They're heading towards this final lap of the race. Can we do anything? Will the Maserati have any grip left at the end? Has Longbow used too much of those tyres battling with Shadow? I simply don't know. If we can get a good run off of this final corner, which we do quite nicely here, could we have a look into turn 1? It's going to be from a long way back. Shadow's a little bit too far back from us. Well, I mean, we're about even with each other. I mean, we're gaining on Longbow, Shadow's gaining on us. I think it's going to be too far back for us to have a big send into turn number 1. Oh, struggling to pull it up in time. We're a little bit wide. I'm going to go for a very late apex and try and straighten the car up. We also just a bit too much of our car under brakes. Longbow slides coming up the hill. We are not close enough at the moment. I mean, I know where the pass is going to happen. If there is going to be a pass, I know where. Well, we have absolutely left the rest of the pack for dead. It's going to be towards the end of the lap. We're not passing down here. I'm not going to have the grip unless Longbow's car really gives up the ghost. Yeah, we have actually got. Well, we haven't got great turn-in, but we do have pretty good mid-corner speed with the MR2. It's that downhill left-hander. If I can get off that correctly, or get through that correctly, we may, just may, be able to do something in this. Longbow is quick through here, though. This is where I struggle. The car moves around a little bit underneath me. Shadow's too far back for the moment. This is where we need to be good. Longbow's a little bit deep, maybe, into this corner. Can we get off here well? I need to be very fast through the next turn. I need to be very fast. My tyres are not in a good way here. Longbow is pretty quick, though, through there. And I'm just not close enough. I'm not close enough. I just don't have the grip to really fully commit through there. Longbow's actually had a good section this time around, unless there is any big problems through the final couple of corners. I don't attack the curb because I've not got the tyre grip to do it. It is going to be Longbow that's going to claim victory here. I did everything we could. I did everything we could with the MR2. It just wasn't quite fast enough in the end. We will have to settle for a second place. Great battle, great race between all three of us in that one. But yeah, couldn't quite do it. Scotty got up to 4th. Scotty's strategy worked pretty well. So I'm going to guess, sadly we can't see, but I'm going to guess Scotty went hard softs to leapfrog their way up to 4th. 12 places up the grid. That was a good strategy. That was a good call for the Nissan there. Rusky would end up in 5th. I don't know what happened to Hordes, who was battling there, who has ended up somewhere. Might have ended up with a disconnect. Ended up down in 14th. Oh, had to pit again? No, did 2 stops. I'm going to get softs or something. Not quite sure. But, yeah. Very, very, very good race. Very good race indeed. For our second race, we are a long way back. This isn't great. What do I want? Oh, I say what we want to do is make the most of our immense straight line speed, which this thing does have plenty of. Can we sweep down? I mean, it's not the easiest of cars to get through the corners, the MR2, but we can outrun just about everything down the straights, which is wonderful. I mean, my tyre strategy is a little thrown out the window. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll work. I was thinking of being ultra aggressive this time around, go medium and then softs if we can make them last long enough. I mean, that is a really big if. And if we can stay out of trouble here, which doesn't look like we're going to be able to do all that much, because there is a lot of trouble around us. Oh, we are going to all get boxed up, all stacked in that little section. Chris is behind us with the big Infinity. It is 3 wide up the top of the hill. That's going to end in disaster. I can almost sense it. The NSX did well to get out of the throttle at the right time there. That could have ended badly. Not a terrible start for us to make our way up into 10th place here. Going to try and not end up in the side of a Jaguar. Now, tyre-wise here, I don't know what everybody's running. I'm expecting the majority of cars to be on mediums. Someone may have gambled and put on softs in the hope of a clean start to the race. Because you don't know where you're starting on the grid with these randomised grids. No one wants to start on soft because you don't want to start from 15th to 16th on soft tyres and not be able to utilise them properly. We're going to get to the inside of the Jaguar and that'll move us up a position. Right, 9th place. By the end of the... Ewan's done a brilliant job of coming with us through the field there. Ewan, there's contact for the Aston Martin. It's going to recover back onto the circuit, but it definitely got a bop and a nudge. Now, all of this traffic may possibly help us with tyre wear. Leopard and Fire has got a great lead at the moment. Danger Man is out wide. Oh, that Ford was very slow off the corner, which makes me think it was probably not quite got the gearing right for this circuit. He's got an old race car, very long gears and everything. We are being sneaky with the MR2. We've had a brilliant little section there. Move ourselves up into 5th place. We've got, Danger Man was thinking about it, but couldn't quite. We're going to run a little bit wide. I'm terrible at that corner, always am. We go up the hill. Longbow's got that old Ferrari. That's having a look as well to get past the man of danger. Now, what do we do in tyre wear life? 25% at the moment. Now, we should be able to go to the end of lap 4 on these tyres. It's what we do at the end of lap 4 that is the big question. Really, so do you put it on softs for the run home? Basically, if I put it on softs, we'll be very quick, but the final few corners, we might lose a lot of time. It's whether we can make up enough time early on that doesn't matter. And I don't know, really. This section, this part of the lap here, we're not so great on, of course. The MR2 is all about the straight line speed, so we lose a little bit of ground to the likes of Grumples and Car Guy. I'm not sure who's in the Ferrari. Up here is Liam driving the Ferrari. Gee, look how fast we are down towards turn 1. Not quite able to do anything down there, although they have all ran a little bit deep through that section. The leader's not really getting away, but they are just enjoying that sort of gap back to all of us as we squabbled early on. Yeah, so I'm quick through the first half of the lap. I just struggle with the second half of the lap. Come on, MR2, get the power down. I'm really umming and ahhing over the strategy because the soft tyres could win us the race, or they could throw away a good position here. We're at 40% now. I mean, do you try? I don't think running any longer is going to help because then the mediums will be crying and we will lose time with the mediums struggling on that 5th lap. Softs will be very fast for 2 laps, but I think you'd end up losing too much time. Now, I don't know if any of this group here are running hard tyres at all. We've got one more lap. I'll be curious to see whether anybody dives in this time around, whether anybody was running soft to start with. We are once more really struggling through this part of the lap. Okay, 2 cars dive in. 2 cars dive in, so they will not be going for softs. That was Liam and Car Guy. Curious. So, are they going to go for hards to the end, or are they going for mediums to the end? I think they were maybe trying to avoid battling each other, and they've ended up sort of costing themselves trouble. We are catching the leader of this race. I mean, I'm catching Grumples down towards turn 1, but I can't do anything here. Oh, it's a really tough choice for me here. We're at 50%. No, I don't think we can. Realistically, I just think we will kill the soft tyres too quickly. Because we're going to really be struggling by the end of this lap on the mediums. And, I mean, is Leopard starting to struggle, do you reckon? They've lost a lot of time this lap around. Could Grumples even be struggling with that Ginetta? We're all going to be in a similar... we're all going to be in a similar boat. There's definitely some struggles going on now for cars here. We run up the hill. We've got the speeds to get to the inside of the Ginetta, but I just don't have the confidence in the grip levels anymore. So I maybe should have been a little bit more assertive, but I didn't want to wipe out the Ginetta and wipe myself out in the process. We will head up towards the corkscrew. Oh, Grumple's big mistake for the Ginetta. Grumple's struggling with the tyres. I'm going to presume we ran deep as well through there. Danger Man's actually probably the best of all of us on tyre wear at the moment. Leopard seems to be struggling a little bit, although did better through the corkscrew than me and Grumples. Both of us went deep. All the tyres are crying enough. Danger Man's car is rapid at this stage of the race. We're diving in to the pits. I just didn't need to go on the brakes as much as I did. think it's got to be mediums. I think we're going to go mediums. I think that's my best bet, because we were already losing like a second. We would have lost a lot more. I think we're just going to have to go out on mediums. We're going to have to hit it hard and use up the mediums. We will be on good tyres till the end. I reckon a lot of these cars are going to gamble softs. Danger Man might be the car that I'm most afraid of here, because that might actually do it and be okay with it. I don't know if Grumples' car, for example, is going to be okay with it. We are going to come out, when we come out alongside Car Guy, who was... we went in just behind us. So Liam's leapfrogged us, but Liam's tyres are going to be crying by the end of this race. We know that that is going to be hurting. Car Guy has got to be on at least mediums, if not hards. We've got to try and get some temperature into this. Danger Man's car, I'm going to expect to be on softs. Now, if we can annoy it, perfect. If we can utilise our straight line speed and make ourselves very difficult to pass, brilliant. But I don't know if we're going to have the grip to hold on through the slower sections. Rogue is being very brave and has a front-wheel drive MG. I'm going to guess that's on hard tyres at the moment, hasn't stopped yet. We are going to use our straight line speed. We're a rocket ship down the straights, so we are going to come breezing past that one, and that will move us up a position. Oh God. We got a big bump into the corkscrew. I didn't really want to go down there, but yeah. So Danger Man has just got a lot more grip than us. That much we know. I'm hoping that it fades at the end of the race. I'm hoping that it fades on all of these cars around us at the moment. The Lotus there has dove into the pit, so everybody, everybody who needs to pit has pitted now. This is the battle for the lead. Liam has got it for the moment, from Leopard, from Car Guy, from me. Rogue is still going around with the MG. Sure, we will jump on the brakes down towards turn 1 here. I'm hoping for Liam's tyres to go off. That's going to be the best bet that we have here. We need Liam's tyres to start going off. Now, passing Car Guy, if we're going to do it, I'm hoping it's going to be an outrun down this next straight. We'll turn in too soon. Through there, we'll light up the rears. That's unfortunate for us. Not going to be able to utilise any of this. It might not be Rogue, actually. It might not be the MG back there. I might have just seen a green car and assumed, Car Guy wandered wide. This might be the opportunity that the MR2 needs to try and find a way past. We're going to go side by side at the top of the hill. Car Guy's going to stick it around the outside. Will have the grip to do it, but will not be able to match the power of the Toyota. The MR2 is up to third. If it can get stopped for the corkscrew, which we struggled with, but we do make it work. Right. We have now got a car between us and Danger Man's pretty fast Sierra at the moment. Liam with that lead. No, we don't have a car between us and the fast Sierra. The Sierra is now right behind us. Who wants to help me through the corners? Look, I'm not trying to brake check you, but I've also got to get my car stopped for the corner here. Now, you can try and look, but you're not going to find a way past there. We are going to outrun down towards the first corner. Now, we are good on tyres. Are the cars behind us? I'm hoping. The praying for us is that their tyres give up by the end of the lap. They are clearly faster than me over the course of the lap. We ended up, I bailed on the risky strategy for... it's an equally risky one in that we are under immense pressure at the moment. Through this part of the, through this stage of the race, we are under immense pressure. I think Liam's got this unless the tyres completely fall off a cliff at the moment. We are going to be a bit careful through here. Oh no! Oh, I got it on the curb. Got it on the curb, couldn't straighten it up. We might be able to... Well, we have got it back on the circuit at least. If their tyres completely die, we may still be able to profit off of this, but we need the tyres to completely die on 4 cars in front of us here, which is asking quite a lot, and I wasn't brave enough through there. Yeah, we just bobbled the rear at an awkward spot. Got crazy straight line speed again, coming up towards the corkscrew. Not able to do anything on this part. Can we get the car off the bottom of it nicely? We do. Not going to pass. I'm not going to really be overtaking through here. I'm hoping we're going to start losing too much pace. Grumple's trying to carry speed, got in the back of Car Guy. It's not enough. We can't... if they are losing grip, they're not losing enough of it for it to really be a problem or really be enough to let me pass. Here comes the drag race portion. Oh, I twitched the back end. Looks like Leopard might have actually gone and got victory in this one. Fair play. Liam's tyres probably gave up at the end. Yeah, silly error. Silly error by me in that one. Just got a bit wide on the exit curb. Scotty with a brilliant strategy up to 4th in all of that. I mean, we had a really good start. It just made a mistake at the end. It should probably have been 3rd, that race, to be honest with you. Yeah, bit frustrating, but it was my mistake. We were under a lot of pressure, and it was just a little moment trying to get on the throttle a smidge too soon. Yeah, maybe should have been more aggressive with the tyre strategy. We played it safe, hoped others fell off, and it just didn't quite work. But that is the way. That is racing. That is racing sometimes. While things did fall apart a little bit from my own incompetence at Laguna, truth is this MR2 was a very good car. I mean, it was a rocket ship. It was monumentally quick accelerating, but a lack of front sort of tyre widths. Possibly a bit better tuner could get a bit more out of it. I spent a while trying to make it turn in, but I did struggle with it. Yeah, very, very quick accelerating car. Pretty good car overall, to be honest. Certainly at some tracks it would have a much better time than others. Tyre wear was a little bit of an issue. I mean, it's a combination of things. Probably the fact that it was more of a straight line speed car might not have helped with the tyre wear. I'm not a very conservative driver, also won't have helped. But yeah, we had some fun. Some interesting racing was done in this one, which is what we wanted, essentially. It's what it's rule set to bring out. That, though, is going to be it for this video. If you would like to sign up to take part in the next one of these, you can via our Discord. There'll be a link in the description. Find the Versus the Community sign-up section, and you can register to take part in there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.